Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm going to be doing my foundation routine today. Since I've done the Dinair airbrush review, everyone's like, oh my god, I want to see how it works. Like, it really is as easy as it sounds, you know? And I'm like terrible with makeup, so if I can do it, anyone can do it. So it's pretty simple, basically, and you can see to my face. My face, you'll see how good coverage it has, because look, I have breakouts, as you all know. I have breakouts on my skin. I mean, they've gotten so much better. I used to break out all over. But this airbrush is like great because it's just one tool and you can do the entire look. But today I'm just going to do the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin back or clip back my bangs just so I have my big old face to spray. Okay. Put your hair back. Alright, so I'm using the Dinair makeup gun, which is awesome. And I'm going to set it to the 12 o'clock. When I start, but let me put that in first. Okay, so that's the setting we're going to use for this entire look. Okay, so the colors I'm going to be using are honey beige and vanilla for my base. And I'm going to use about 6 or 7 drops of honey beige and maybe 2 drops of vanilla, just because right now I'm not super tan. So just put those in. And all you do is just put them on the top of this gun right here. I'm doing about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you don't know your color right off, I would suggest trying it on your hand or just a patch of your skin, but since I do this for my everyday routine, I'm pretty confident that these are the colors I've been using. And then I just take a little bit of the lighter color, the vanilla, and maybe just 2 drops of this. 1, 2. And I'm going to keep the caps off just in case I need more, which I usually end up needing more. But you don't need a whole lot for these, which is awesome. So to mix the colors together, you take a tissue and you kind of just clobber it, like suffocate the end of it so it doesn't come out. And it's like a little cake you're going to mix. And you just pull back a little. Oh, might need to turn it off first. Okay, and you just pull back a little to mix it. And you'll see it kind of bubbles up. Can you see? So just a little. Hop, hop, hop. And then bubble it. So once you kind of get that mixed, kind of cute, like a little face cake bake. Okay, and then now you're just going to try and spray a little, just to make sure it's the color you want. So you kind of can see on the tissue that that's the color you want. Now, from your face, I always start on my forehead, and you start moving before you actually start holding this little trigger back. So you're going to pull it back, but just start moving before you do, and hold it about 6 inches away. And just do circular motions. You don't need it super close. So it's the first layer. Now with your blemishes, you can get closer. And I'm just going to do one more layer, just for that extra coverage. You don't need a lot, but I still have a little bit in there, so. And you know what I might do actually is, I usually do this before, but since I have a lot of bad breakouts right now, I'm going to put a little bit of this concealer over them. So I just put the concealer on my hand. This is made by Dinair too. It's actually just like one, and it's really like good coverage. So I'm actually going to do that just because, like I said, my skin's pretty bad. But if your skin's not bad, you don't really need it. Put a little under my... I always like to put a little under my eyes, even if you don't have like crazy bags. It kind of gives it like that illuminated look, and I think it looks really fresh. My makeup's already dry, so you probably, if you're going to do it, put it on before, but I didn't really think I was going to need it. Put a little on here. Alright, so, like I said, you probably should put the concealer on. If you're going to put it on first, obviously, but, okay, so, now that the concealer is on, I'm going to just do maybe a couple more drops of my little concoction. Again, I'm just going to take the honey beige and maybe put 5 drops, because I want to get my neck too, because I'm wearing a semi-low low cut. What are these called? Boat necks? I don't know. And I'm just going to maybe take a couple more, maybe 1 drop of vanilla, just so it's not too light. Turn it on, mix it. I love looking at that. That's so cool. Look at that, little bubbles. So cute. Okay, and then you just sort of spray, make sure it's that same color. Okay. And now I'm kind of just going to go over those areas again that I just concealed. And my ears and my neck. There's none of those makeup lines. You can get closer for the blemishes. Make sure it's even. Oh, got a little blemish over here. Okay. And with any leftovers, you know, you can put them, like, because obviously you don't want them just like, you don't need this. Yeah, this is a lot for me, but you don't need this much. So, but there's still little in here, so I might just, I got like, as you can see, I have this little like scrapes. It's the winter, so. And I can just put a little over cover. Just kind of make it. And this stuff dries once it sets on your face, which is the cool thing about it. So it gives it kind of that perfect finish right away. You don't have to wait for it to dry. So, that's my base of my foundation, and I think, as you can tell, it makes a huge difference than what I started with, which was more like red and blotchy and how my skin really is. Kind of crazy. The power of makeup. And this is HD, so it's like, woo! But the cool thing about dinair is they're actually, you know, they do this for movies and photo shoots, so it's like airbrush gun is like Photoshop, you know, except in real life. So when you walk around, you're going to look like you have a Photoshop face, which is awesome. And you don't even need powder for this. In fact, my skin is actually really oily, and a lot of times I use a lot of powder to make it matte, but no powder for this. And they actually come with a little dewy. If you like the more dewy look, if your skin's dry, you can actually spray some dew on there, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish up with my bronzer and my blush. I'm going to use light bronze. It's this really pretty shimmery gold. And keeping my setting at the 12 o'clock, I'm going to put maybe 3 drops of this in here, because I don't use a lot of bronzer. 2, 3. And again, with your Kleenex, just make sure you spray it so you like the color. 1 drop in here. And you can see it's a little bit of a darker color than my base. And they do have templates for this, but you know what? I just kind of take my hand and just kind of suck in the cheeks and just spray it just a little, because a little of this goes a long way, and far away too, so. You all know me, I'm a little more dramatic, but same thing with this. And you know what? My mistake was going super dark so it looked like you had a beard. So just kind of go like light. And then I think I put too many drops in for the bronzer. So I'm just going to spray the rest of it out, which is, well, I guess you only need a couple drops. Usually I use a little more, but my look today is pretty natural, so. So now, I'm using a Kleenex. My camera is set up on a Kleenex box, so, okay. Usually I only need one Kleenex, but I kind of made a mess today. Okay, so that's the bronzer, and now I'm just going to put a little blush on my cheeks, and today I'm going to use Sassy Pink. This is pretty deep pink, actually. There's a lighter pink that I love. It's this peach pink. It's also super pretty, and I might use this on my lips today, actually. I don't know. But right now I'm going to use Sassy Pink just so you can see the boldness of these colors, because you might think, oh, airbrush, you know, not a lot, but no. These are as bold as MAC or anything, and they're really, really reasonable, so. So Sassy Pink, I'm only going to put a couple drops in, because obviously I used too much for my bronzer, so a couple drops of pink. You know what I might do, actually? Since this peach pink is really pretty, I might use just a couple drops of this as well. Because it's a little more toned down, but it'll be really, really pretty. And again, just, you know, if you're not really familiar with how the color is going to turn out, just spray a little and see if you like it. I want a little more of a pinky tone to it. So I'm going to put a little more of this in there. I added a little more of the Sassy Pink, just because I like it super pink like Barbie. Okay, and that's a pretty color. So, this you can use your hand too, to guide. I don't really for this, because it's just, I smile. And one thing I learned is to always start lighter, because, you know, it sets really fast. So, if you want a little more, you can always add more and it gets to that bolder color, so. There's that, and spray. I don't think I have any left, but I guess I have a little. Oh, I mixed the two colors. That's why I was like, why do I have so much in here today? Alright. So that's basically my whole foundation / skin routine for my makeup. And it just gives it that sort of fresh, and I just really love it. And it's really light on my face. It feels like I have no makeup on, to be honest. And like I said, you can do your eyes, you can do your lips. You know, I don't have any lips on right now, so maybe I'll just show y'all real quick. This Moist and Dewy is great for lips. And it's also good for your skin. In fact, I could show you guys a little of how to do this to make that moist look. Just a couple drops again. I'm going to make sure it comes out clear, because, alright, great. And so you just do the same sort of thing, but far away. You guys can kind of see it in the air. And it gives it a more dewy look, so I'm going to put a little more on just because I'm going to use this on my lips as well. And it sort of just sets in. Same thing, so with my lips, I'm going to put a couple more drops on. And set your little dial on your dinair to maybe 9. I do about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So that way this narrows, and so you kind of have a more controlled. See, it gives it a little gloss. It's crazy, right? You can make lip gloss from an airbrush gun. Like, how nuts. Let's get closer. And it just gives it that really clean look. So, I'm going to turn off your airbrush. Take down my hair. And that is basically my foundation routine. And lately I've been getting a lot of compliments on my skin and thinking it looked really good. My skin is getting better because I don't have to use, you know, brushes and stuff on it. And, you know, you can clean this every time, but it's water-based makeup, so it doesn't really ever get, like, chunky. But it does come with cleaner, which is down there. And if you clean it, like, you know, I clean mine, like, once a week or whatever. You just put a couple drops of cleaner and you would, like, kind of how we did at the beginning with the clean tissue, you would sort of suffocate it like you were mixing. And then it just sort of like cleans and bubbles itself. So, okay, well that is my entire foundation routine. I hope you all liked it. Again, it's dinair makeup. And this stuff is really like just amazing. And it's really, really simple. And I mean, this video is long because I'm talking and I did a lot. But after a while, you just kind of, I mean, it literally takes like 5 minutes when I don't have like a camera and set up and all that stuff. But yeah, that's it. So I will put the description on where to get this airbrush gun. Or put a link of where to get this airbrush gun in on the bottom, as well as the colors I used. They were all by Dinair, and they're really amazing. So thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all liked this beauty tutorial.